Hello, my name is Bhushan. In this video, I will show you how to build a login application using Java Swing. Java Swing is used to build a desktop application or a GUI application. So without wasting our time, let's flip to our NetBeans IDE. I have already created an empty project. Let's double click this. Inside the source packages, I have created two packages, frames and util. Inside the util package, I have already created a class called connection util. In this class, I have written my JDBC connection code. I hope you're already familiar with this code. If you are not, please watch my previous lectures. I have already explained about this connection code in detail. So once you have written your connection code, then create a database and a table. I have already created a database called Swing App, and also I created a table called Employee, and inside the employee I have three columns. There is ID, email and a password, and also I have entered two records manually. Once you created your table, go back to your NetBeans IDE and let's create a frame inside the frames package. Right click, go to new, choose JFrame form and give a meaningful name to your form and hit finish. If you want, you can resize your frame form, or you can just double click this and you can specify the width and height of your form. Hit enter. Okay, now let me minimize this, and now go to your palette and let's drag and drop to text fields. Also, let's drag and drop to labels, and let's drag and drop to buttons. Okay, now let's give a meaningful name to your labels. Go to edit text and the second label. If you want, you can change the font and color of your labels. For that, choose your label, go to properties and go to your font option and make it as bold and the font size 12 and the font name Consolas. The same thing I will do it for password. Okay, now let's give a meaningful variable names to your two text fields. For the first text field, go to change variable, and for the second text field, click OK. I think I made a mistake. Instead of text field, take a password field. Let me delete this text box and go to your palette and drag and drop a password field. Now let me change the variable name. Click OK. Let's resize these text boxes. Now let's clear the text box value. Go to edit text, clear this. Let me resize this. Let me change the labels for my buttons also. Go to edit text, now let's double click this on submit button. So here we will write our business logic. Let's take a value from the text fields. Text email dot get text. Get text is used to get the value from the text box, and I will convert it to a toString. Same thing I will do it for password. Now I will store these two in a variable. Okay, now let's write a query. Now before that, let's create some variables. Connection connection is equal to null. Result set is equal to, and these are all from the java.sql.package and prepare statement. Inside my constructor, I will call my JDBC connection method. So connection is equal to connection util.connectdb. Okay. So now let me write a try catch block first. So let's prepare our statement. Connection dot prepare statement. I will pass my query and it will return a prepare statement. Okay, now using a prepare statement, let us set our strings. So the first parameter and the value is email. Prepare statement dot set string. Second parameter will pass password. Now let's execute this prepare statement. Prepare statement dot execute query and it will return a result set. Now we'll check this result set contains any records or not. If the result set is empty, then we need to display a dialog box saying that username and password is wrong. If the result set contains any records, then we allow the user to go to the next form. So let's do that. If the result set not contains any records, then we need to display a dialog box. Option pane dot show message dialog. The first parameter is null and the second parameter is please enter a correct username and password, else we allow the user to go to the next form. For that, let's display a dialog box, show message dialog, and the first parameter is null, the second parameter is your text login successful. Now once the user clicks on this dialog box, we need to close this current form. For that, let's call a dispose method. Now once this current window is closed, we need to display another window, that is our next form. So for that, let's create our next form. Go to your project explorer and inside the frames create another form and give a meaningful name. and click finish. Go to your login screen, and below the dispose method, let's create a object for your menu screen. New menu screen dot set visible is true. Now let's save this and run our application. Connection has been established. Click OK, and it will display the login form. Let's write a wrong email and a wrong password and click on submit. It will display please enter a correct username and password. Now go to our database and grab any one email and a password, bhushan@gmail.com 12345 password. Let's type this. Click submit. Login successful. Once I click OK, it will display my another form. So it will allow the user to go to the next form. So that's all about this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.